Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is the 15th, January 15th of 2026, Thursday. Happy birthday, Dr. King. Dr. King, I have a dream, and we do have dreams. Yes. And we also have hope. Yes. And people, let's just say it together. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. May he cover us in the blood. Ask for the angels to be around you. May the blood cover us. Give us power as we go one more day closer to that coming. Closer to that coming. The signs are all around us, people. I can't even emphasize that enough. I want to thank Lynn right off the bat. Lynn sent me a photograph, an email, Lady Gaga, who has a shovel and a rose dress and looks like a V, right? And angelic wings, angelic wings. Some might think allegedly satanic, demonic wings. But look, the rose dress and a shovel. Why the shovel? Well, she has a song out, Garden of Eden, on her Mayhem album. Now, this was Halloween night, October 31st, 2025. This is significant. And I want to bring that to your attention because Lynn brought that to my attention. A16, like 116. But if you flip the 9, if you flip the 6, you get 911 in reverse. Do you follow me? A is the first letter of the alphabet. So 119, or flip the 6 and that's a 9 and go backwards, 911. They're telling us this is deep. This is going to be a deep video, a very deep video. It's very deep. I can't tell you how deep it is. And thank you, Lynn, for sending this to me. This is deep. This is a treasure. I believe she said she had sent it to me before. But this is timely because I have been talking about the JFK assassination and when his wife received roses on November 22nd of 1963. We're going to tie all this in, especially with the shovel. It's so deep. I can't wait to get into it. Now, Donald Trump is threatening I don't want to say this word, so I understand we can use this now, but I don't want to take a chance. You see that word? Trump is threatening this. Early this morning, he put that out. Early one Sunday morning, breakfast was on the table. Yeah. So, I'm going to call it the I Act, so you guys know. He's threatening that because Minnesota is going to hell socially. Now, let me give you a little backdrop. The powers had to create social unrest similar to that during the George Floyd period. You had Antifa, Black Lives Matter. Here in Chicago, they literally destroyed the downtown area, just like they did in a lot of big cities. It was allowed. People, it could very well happen again. But ground zero, arguably, is Minnesota. And Trump said he's going to bring in the I Act. If this continues. Last night, there was another incident. You know, the incident that happened to Renee Nicole Good, where she was unalived by the ICE officer. Well, they had a situation last night where somebody was hit in the leg by an officer. Pow, pow, pow. And Trump is like, the disturbance is getting out of hand. Well, people, you need two to tangle. The powers play black and white, Republican, Democrat, good and bad. Like I told you guys before, they brought in the illegals on purpose for this moment. A big part of this moment is because they had to have a way to justify their moves as they take our freedom and take the country. And that's what's going down. So Minnesota's ground zero. Just want to give you a backdrop. You create the problem, then you bring in the law, the National Guard, now maybe the Army. Then it gets out of hand. That's what they need. Is that why she got the shovel? Pearson, what are you getting at? Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Out of Minneapolis, Jen.
Hey, Todd and Carly. So according to DHS, that ICE agent is in the hospital after being ambushed during an attempted arrest of a Venezuelan illegal migrant in Minneapolis. DHS saying, quote, while the subject and law enforcement were in a struggle on the ground, two subjects came out of a nearby apartment and also attacked the law enforcement officer with a snow shovel and broom handle as the officer...
What did they have? A snow shovel and a broom handle?
A struggle on the ground. Two subjects came out of a nearby apartment and also attacked the law enforcement officer with a snow shovel and broom handle as the officer was being ambushed and attacked by the two individuals. The original suspect got loose and then began striking the officer with a shovel or broomstick. Fearing for his life and safety as he was being ambushed by three individuals, the officer fired defensive shots to defend his life. The initial subject was shot in the leg. Last night, protesters, of course, gathered at the site of that incident in Minneapolis as Police Chief Brian O'Hara urged them to leave.
The crowd is engaging in unlawful acts. They have thrown fireworks at police officers, and at multiple times, gas has been deployed. Police are attempting to disperse this unlawful assembly at this time. I urge anyone...
It's all planned.
The Fox News alert, this breaking just as we're coming on the air tonight. We have learned that there was an ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis. We go live to Alexis McAdams. She is live on the ground with the details. Alexis, I've just been looking at these images that we're just getting a hold of now, and we'll keep them up for our audience to see. It looks like things are, spiraling out of control very quickly there.
Well, Sean, that's the thing, is it ebbs and flows. So 1 minute, there's a small protest at the federal building. The next minute, these people with whistles and an agenda show up to these different sites across the city. That's what DHS has been saying. What we know right now from our colleague Bill Malugin, who just got off the phone with his federal sources, Sean, is that a man who was a target of an ICE operation from Venezuela, who ICE says was in the country illegally, was a target in this operation here in Minnesota. So they go to the door. That's when they say this Venezuelan migrant held up a shovel, tried to assault one of their agents. And you can hear those chants there in the background as protesters show up. That's when they say use the shovel to try and assault the agent. Shots were fired. This Venezuelan teen, we're told, was shot in the leg, expected to be okay. Bill Malugin telling me.
They've been gradually introducing turmoil, mayhem, and chaos. Like I told you today, watch my hand. Stops, boom, then the clash. It's going to happen. It's going to be a big clash. All planned. They had to gradually introduce it first before the big one. I just want you to understand what they're going at. And the big one could definitely happen in Minnesota. Now listen to Trump. Where's the volume at, Pearson? Where's the vocal? There is none. Here's Trump's tweet. President Trump threatens to invoke the I Act in Minnesota. You see that? The I Act. That I Act. If the corrupt politicians in Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and whatever from attacking the patriots of ICE who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the I Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in that once great state. Thank you for your attention to the matter, President Donald J. Trump. The science of gradualism, they do it gradually. Now, snow shovel, and gematria. 44 and 46, Barack Obama, who I believe is the Antichrist. Barack Obama, 44 president. 46, Joe Biden's the 46th president. JFK, George Floyd, George Orwell, all died at 46. And 46 also means like chaos or destruction. They're speaking with the shovel, in my humble opinion. Now, this act was passed when? March 3rd. March 3rd of 1807. March 3rd of 1807. That act by Thomas Jefferson. All right, Thomas Jefferson. Now look, that act, 3/3/2026, the anniversary of it, versus today, Dr. King Day, the difference is 47 days. Trump's the 47th president. Please let me do my job. Pearson, don't do the numbers. Please let me do my job, people. Numbers tell story. I'm begging you. Think about what you're looking at. Stop ignoring the Holy Spirit trying to teach you something. I had to get that off my chest. It's been bothering me all night. People just keep emailing me. May 1st, 1992, President George Bush, he used the I Act. May 1st, 1992, during what? The Rodney King situation in LA. Look at that. May 1st. Trying to teach people something. Trying to teach them something. They don't want to learn. They don't want to learn nothing. May 1st, 2026, the anniversary, when George Herbert Walker used it. Now here's today's date. That's the anniversary that George Herbert Walker Bush used it, versus today. Trump talked about using it. The difference is 45. Trump's the 45th president. There's a need for me to do it this way. This is how God speaks. He's always spoken that way. Satan stole it. Stop being scared. Grow. What's wrong with people? You don't see the benefit of what I'm doing? George Walker Bush, he used it. They've been lying to us for centuries. And the guy sent me to give you guys the knowledge and you want to rebel? Come on, man. George Bush used it. He used the I Act back in the day. Giving you the receipts. Rodney King, the Rodney King beating. Some of you young people, go back and watch it. The Rodney King, all the riots, they had to bring the combat officers, the Army, into LA. March 3rd, 1991 was the Rodney King beating. All them police officers beat him half to death. Here's your anniversary, March 3rd, 2026, Rodney King beating. January 7th, 2026 is when this lady, they say, got shot. Renee Nicole. What's the difference? 55 days. Who died at 55 years old? Julius Caesar. If you don't have the numbers, you cannot accurately tell the story. If you do not have the numbers, you cannot accurately tell the story. It ain't nothing but words and description. The basis of it is numbers, because this is how the devil speaks as well. You gotta have the numbers. You have got to have the dates and the time and the reference and the basis so you can see. That's why we don't know nothing, because we haven't been taught to think like this. It's not evil. It's not evil. Satan's evil. You pick up a shovel to build and grow plants. They can pick up a shovel after they kill you. It ain't the shovel, it's the person. It's the person. It's the person. Here it is again. The Act of 1807. They pulling this stuff out. Rose dressed with angelic wings and a shovel. There she is. There she is. And God broke that decode for me this morning. What are the odds? She got a shovel on October 31st, and they talk about a shovel again today. And then you got right here on the side of her, put it here so you don't think I'm making it up. It says A16. You flip the 6 and make it a 9. That's 911 all day. A is the first letter of the alphabet. Thank God for the decode. But that ain't all of the decode. I'm going to use my numbers. You can stay behind on information if you want to. I'm not going to stay behind. I'm going to follow the Lord. This is life and death. This is life and death. This is life and death. Your country, your soul, everything has to be told the proper way. Because this devil, he's deceitful. How you think Trump got in office? In part, he campaigned on what? Purity and morality. And so a lot of us went and backed him. Then he tricked us. And he's still giving us the morality, because we know that if a country doesn't have morals, all historical civilizations, including Sodom and Gomorrah, were burnt down and destroyed by God. So the Satan, he uses the tactic, and the numbers help tell that story. Take wisdom to understand what I'm talking about. Take wisdom, baby. Look at this here. Look at this. Look at this. October 31st, 2025, she got on the rose dress. Halloween party, Lady Gaga. January 14th, 2026, what'd they do? That's when the guy had the shovel trying to beat the police last night in Minnesota. What's the difference? The difference is 75. What is the 75th day of the year? March 16th, 3:16. Didn't Christ die? John 3:16. Y'all not going to tell me nothing, because God has spoken to me since I was a kid. God told me last year that 3:16 was going to be the number going forward, and he ain't lying. 3:16 is life and death. She got the shovel. The person pulled out a shovel last night. They're speaking, and I'm teaching. But some of y'all refuse to grow. Lady Gaga, Inauguration Day. Here she is.
And gentlemen, here for the singing of our national anthem, accompanied by the President's own United States Marine Band, please welcome Lady Gaga.
And then she comes out with her red and black. What is red and black? That's disaster. She got on that big bird, right? The big bird. I'm not going to debate it. I ain't here to debate. It might be an eagle. It might be a Phoenician bird. It might be the Phoenix bird. I don't care. Tired of people nitpicking. America is an eagle, Phoenician bird, Phoenix bird. They all rise. They go through 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. Fall. That's why they got the shovel. That's why she had the shovel. That's why they pulled a shovel out in Minneapolis last night, all allegedly. They're letting you know, once the bird falls, it dies, it rises from the ashes. Baby, she been speaking a long time. I don't care what nobody's saying. Hope y'all get this. January 20th, 2021, Inauguration Day. She's in red and black, which means death. October 31st, she wore the rose dress with the shovel. The difference is 4 years ago, 9/14. The new Pope, Leo, his birthday is 9/14. Not only that, it's also 9/11. 9/11, 9/11. It's also 9/11, 9/14, 9/11. 9/11. 611. 6 is 911. Come on, I can't make it no plainer. Can't make it no plainer. She released her song Garden of Eden. Came out on what? March 7th, 2025. March 7th, 2025. January 20th, 2025. Trump was inaugurated. The difference is 47 days. Trump's the 47th president. Don't use the numbers. I'm telling the story, baby. Garden of Eden is the name of that song. You're welcome to check out the lyrics, talking about a poison apple. Mayhem and chaos. Mayhem and chaos is all the same thing. 111, 48, 666. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing, people. 48, April 8th of last year, 2024. X came across the earth. 111 is snake eyes. 666, the mark of the beast. Mayhem and chaos come out to 666. I don't make it up. Stop running from the revelation. You're going to read 65 books and forget about the book of Revelation, which is 666. Then you want to beat up on me and tell me to leave the numbers alone? Are you insane? Have you lost your mind? Do you not want to learn? They have been lying to us for centuries. And God said, I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. He didn't say how. God got to teach. But some folks don't. They just want to have itching ears. No, why God got me going off this morning. Jackie Kennedy received roses 11/22/1963. JFK died on 11/22. Look at it. Look at it. November 22, 63, JFK dead. March 7, 2025, her song came out, Garden of Eden. 61 years and 3:16. What is 3:16? John 3:16 is called sacrifice. Come on, man, she got a shovel. Death, burial, and the resurrection. Don't use the numbers? Are you insane? She got a shovel. We're going to bury the old system and bring in the new. It's the new world order. Use your head. God is teaching this morning. Hallelujah. She got a shovel. Look at this. Garden of Eden shovel, 1/16/2026. Come out to 1111. See if I can figure out this last decode here. This is deep. July 13th, 2024, Trump was hit in the ear, they say, in Butler, Pennsylvania. January 16th, that's tomorrow. January 16, 2026. Between Between the day that Trump got hit in the ear, the exact date, subtracted from tomorrow, gives you 79 weeks. Trump is 79 years old. Something might pop off tomorrow. I'm through with people. This is the last time I talk about numbers and people getting on my case about using them. If you don't want to see it the way it is, keep the blinders on. If you want to roll with me, you roll with me. If you gonna roll with me, you gonna roll with me. If you gonna roll with me, you gonna roll with me. You got to roll with all of me. You don't have to agree with everything, but these numbers ain't lying. And God ain't no liar. And I know he called me. It gets lonely doing this. I paid the price to do this. You can at least support me psychologically. I'm done. They're going to destroy the country. They're going to unalive Donald J. Trump. And many folks don't believe nothing I got to say. You just wait. They're destroying it. They're playing the good cop and the bad cop. And it's starting with Minnesota. And she's sitting up here with a shovel with the roses on, Garden of Eden, and allegedly a 911 right next to her. And you telling me don't use the numbers.